Welcome back.
Hey, that's sexist. Well, if we got some non-binaries out there, like, some of us. Motherfucker. Starting off with your fucking genderist and agenderist, ableist bullshit.
All this time, and he still finds a way to annoy the shit out of me in this podcast. To all the humans in the world.
Hey! Some of them are deer!
I'm gonna beat your ass if you want to die in the hill. Fuck those people.
Some of them are rafflecopters.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the newest episode of the Dweez Weez podcast. My name is Bize. This is Bugfang, aka Paragon, aka Baldy, aka the Sasquatch, aka the Abominable Snowman, aka the Lover's Man, aka Mr. No Drip, aka the Cat Lover.
I'm mad that you're leaving out the only thing they would have visually been able to identify me as so far.
AKA Panda.
Yeah, there we go.
I forgot about that. Listen, Panda.
That's the only time I've appeared in front of these people.
Listen. First of all, that's not true.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true, actually. That was the first time we had recorded a full episode.
No, I swear to God, we recorded another episode.
We had tried once and never posted, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, you might be right. But it's nice to be back.
I do like butts, but I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying about you like butts and I like butts. Can't really lie about that. And I don't think anyone can really deny that.
You really can lie about that pretty easy.
You bitch, you didn't realize what I was doing. I hate you. I hate you. Do you actually not realize what I was just doing there?
I mean, if it was supposed to be a prison school reference, it wasn't.
No!
Well, that's the only butt versus boobs thing you should be referencing.
It's not butt versus boobs. It wasn't a butt versus boob reference I was making. Alex, if I like butts, and I cannot lie, and there's other people who can't deny, what the fuck am I referencing?
Hey, who are these other people? They're supposed to be brothers.
After all this time, he still finds ways to annoy me. Anyways, as you
I am two people.
As you all may know, it's been quite a while since we've been in this position. And
what position is that? Doggy style?
No, recording a podcast. Because it's been.
I didn't know podcast was a position. I didn't know talking to each other was a position.
Do you want to do the intro? Because it really sounds like you want to do the intro. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to get into past 10 months of not bothering you, trying to,
Not bothering me. Alex, you bothering me every day of my fucking life.
Not enough.
You know what? I think you need to dial it back a bit. I'm not going to lie.
I don't bother you every day. You lie. I don't even talk to you every day. You lie every day. You lie. You don't even hear from me.
Alex, knowing the fact that you exist makes me bothered by you every day of my life. Therefore,
now you know what? That's fair.
Anyways, we've been back for a long time. We haven't the last episode we passed
back for a long time. We have not been back for a long time. We've been back for 0 time, my dude.
Alex.
That's not even a joke. That's just me being sad. Like you said, we've been back for a long time. We've not been back for a long time.
What I was saying, I meant to say we're back after a long time. I know. I just misspoke. God, you suck. You suck.
What do I suck?
PP.
What do I suck?
You suck PP.
No one allowed me to suck no PP.
You suck PP.
What PP? Who PP?
You suck gorilla PP.
Gorilla PP?
Gorilla PP.
I don't got no gorillas. I want a gorilla. Return the monk.
Anyways, it has been a while since we've been since we made a show. I think the last one that we posted was damn near fucking February, which was what? Huh? Alex, you said something? No.
I didn't actually.
Okay. I just in my mind, I was just like,
Do you want me to interrupt you again? What are you doing here, dude?
in my mind, I just assume you said something.
You literally just projecting that I'm interrupting.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that it's what do you call it? Like, not logical fallacy. It's a preordained destiny, or like what preordained. Like, yeah, it's just preordained in my mind that you're just gonna interrupt me.
You?
Yeah. Okay. Either way, intro. You know, it's us. We're back after a long time. Are we ever going to keep it consistent for once? I don't know. Well, definitely.
No. Don't even pretend to promise them that.
I said
I will not stand for even a mention of consistency here.
Bro, you don't understand.
I will side with whoever the fuck will comment. Nope.
Bro, you don't understand. We're going 2 times a week now. This shit gonna be crazy. We're going.
See, I'd be so down for that, but the thing is, I don't believe you.
We going 2 times.
I can't trust that.
We going 2 times.
I don't trust a word.
We're going 2 times a week. This shit gonna be crazy.
I don't trust a word coming out of your mouth right now. You lie.
This shit gonna be crazy.
You lie.
This shit gonna be crazy, bro. We're gonna talk about.
You lie like a dead dog.
One's gonna be the normal podcast. The other one's gonna be about hentai. It's gonna be delicious.
Honest to God, I'd be down.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to do one with you. There is someone I do want to do a hentai podcast with, but it's not you.
You suck. You know that? You suck.
Hey, I love you.
You suck. You suck that gorilla dick.
No, I said no. It's the gorilla pee. We can't say dick. God damn it! I said dick. God damn it.
Deek. You know why it's Deek? Cause DK.
We're doing the we're not actually talking about anime thing again. Like, God.
I mean, there's actually some good Donkey Kong manga shit out there. I mean,
2 years into this, and we still don't know how to properly really do a podcast. Anyways, all right. So here's the deal.
Hi.
All right.
I'm gonna cripple this.
Okay, can you please not scream? You're actually a lot louder than you think you are.
I know you.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal, right? All right. We didn't do a podcast. We all had our own shit. Plus, just a mixture of us forgetting. Plus, just a mixture of us being just not doing it. It's a lot of shit. But we've centered back on what we want this podcast to be, and we want this podcast to just be us talking about just anime of the week. Either anime of the week that we all feel like we should talk about, or anime of the week that just is some random shit that, like, doesn't matter what it is. What it's about is just random anime of the week. And then we'll always have the obligatory Crunchyroll episode, obviously, or Crunchyroll Anime Award episode, because I feel like that no matter what point of hiatus we go on, it seems like we always come back to when the Crunchyroll Awards are just like not that far along, just to get the consistency going again, then to get the Anime Awards, to bitch about the Anime Awards, and then to give our opinions and then leave. Because that's happened twice now. You do realize that, right?
What?
You do.
What's happening?
Where I think there was okay, so this has, I think, been going on for 2-3 years now, and we've at least talked about the Crunchyroll Awards twice on this podcast.
Yep.
So
yep.
There was the time we were consistent. We talked about the Crunchyroll Awards. We tried to be we talked about the Crunchyroll Awards. We shit on them because we didn't like what the fuck they were saying, and then we tried to be more consistent, and then eventually we fell off. And then sometime, I think around the same time as this last year, we got back on it. We talked to, like in an area where the fall anime happens. We become consistent again. We're gonna talk about the Crunchyroll Awards, just at least we know that at least the nominations are 2 months away, and then we're gonna shit on the Anime Awards because I feel like we are because I 100 like 1,000% know that
We always do. That's part of tradition.
yes,
Tradition.
but also I feel like we are because not the last season, but I feel like the fourth season of Attack on Titan is going to be on there, as I called many months ago, many moons ago. That
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
that Attack on Titan season 4 is going to be on the ballot for this
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
because it technically debuted.
No, what is this season 4 shit you talking about?
Attack on Titan season 4.
Yeah, what is this Attack on Titan season 4 shit?
It's the season that happened like
Oh,
months.
that's season 5. Or season 6? Let's see, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3 part 1, we got 3 part 2. Yeah, that's 5, dude.
I'm just putting it out there right now that Attack on Titan season 4 is it's gonna be out there. It's gonna be on the Anime Crunchyroll ballots as I call, and I just want to remind everybody that I made that prediction that Attack on Titan season 4 is going to be on that ballot. Well, Attack on Titan season 4 part 1 is going to be on that ballot because fuck him.
Well, congratulations on the least impressive prediction of all time.
You disagreed with me. You disagreed with me.
Yeah, because it's season 6.
Oh my god, fuck you. Anyways, how about we stop blabbering, we stop yapping, and we actually talk about the some of the anime and manga related stuff we've been doing. Because
because it makes me uncomfortable talking about weeb shit. I'm just I don't know. I don't think I can do that. It's just it makes me feel like I don't know.
You're uncomfortable about talking about weeb shit?
Anime shit? I don't know.
That is the biggest cap I've ever. That is the biggest cap that I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my god.
So people keep using this in different contexts, and I, honest to God, cannot pin down a specific context that could give me a good definition or meaning for this.
Okay, so how have you heard? Oh my god. Okay, we have to pause the actual anime talk for this.
Like as far as I know, kappa refers to like the Japanese like toadstool that has like a dish of water in its head.
That's not how we use it in the West, but that might be something that they use over there in the East. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard it like referred to that like at all. But how are other ways? I'm assuming you've heard a lot of people use it the way I have just now.
Well, kind of, that's the thing. The way you use it just now, I don't think I've heard consistently in any way.
Okay, because like, that is the way that I usually hear everyone use it.
How? Okay, describe to me the meaning and how you just use it.
So basically, when you say cap or no cap to someone, that's basically saying. So cap means that like basically it just means that you're lying. Cap means that you're lying, and then no cap means that you're not lying. So like what you said before.
If it's lying, then why do people say it about like winning, like victory or loss and shit?
Who says it? Who says it like that? Like say
Call of Duty YouTubers and shit.
Wait, do you mean like I just capped the point?
No, like when they get a kill, or like someone's about to kill them, they go like no cap, or like they get a kill, they're like cap or something.
Oh, they're probably still using it in the same context, but they're probably like, I got or like, I just killed him like fucking 360 no scope, and they're probably like, bro, no cap. What?
It's just normal kills in Warzone and shit, dude.
Okay.
Like they turn around, they kill someone, they're like no cap, or they like get killed, and they're like all cap or no cap or like like I can't tell because they keep using like both ways.
That still might be like. That still like might be lying, but like in the sense where it's just like, bro, you did not just get that kill on me. Like it's that like, no, that's not real. So like it's
no cap, that sounds like bullshit.
Huh?
No cap, that sounds like bullshit.
No cap, yeah. That's at least that's like the best way I can describe it. At least to people using Call of Duty. Like if they like let's say like someone's let's say it's like Warzone and someone's trying to get like a package and they get sniped from across somewhere. They'd probably go like, "Bro, no cap, that just happened, bro."
And what happens when they yell "cat"?
They probably use it in the context of like, "Oh, I just fucking did that," where it's just like, um. Oh no! My bad. No, my bad.
Is not a word that means lie or no lie.
No. My bad. No, my bad. Reverse that. Cap would be like, when like if someone snipes the map, because that means that you're saying that like that didn't happen. So they're like, bruh, oh cap, fucking what the fuck. But I guess you can use it like the other way, where like if you got a kill. You would be like, bro, no cap, I just got that fucking...
Yeah, so this sounds meaningless. Yeah. If you can use it in every way, it means nothing.
Okay, to be fair,
It means nothing. This is just something you like saying because it's like one syllable.
No.
It means nothing.
Okay, hold on.
Only dumbasses say it, and it means nothing.
Okay, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not something that doesn't have meaning.
It has no meaning. You can use it in every context, no matter what the context is.
Okay, but I like, at least for most people I talk to, they usually use it, like, in terms of, like, calling people out on their bullshit, or, like, thinking that they're lying. That's how I've seen the majority of people do it. I've never seen people use it in Warzone and that. And I'm not, like, saying, like, you're wrong, but whatever kids are using that on fucking like Call of Duty are probably shitheads.
These are people older than me, but
then I
young no more.
Then I don't fucking know. All I know is that whatever way they're using it is wrong.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I just think all uses of it is wrong.
Well, I mean, that's cap, but okay.
I don't think that's a lie. I'm pretty sure that all uses of this are wrong if it can mean anything in any scenario with any context.
Well, no, it doesn't mean like you can use it in every scenario in every context. There's obviously a context that you can use it.
So far, there's a use for it in every context.
Well, to be fair, I don't know like the exact situation. Like you would have to send me videos of people actually using the fucking. I would have to see it.
You know what? It served its purpose. I have to admit, it served its purpose.
What do you mean?
We haven't talked about anime ever since I joked about being uncomfortable talking about anime.
Listen, that's not its purpose.
My joke served its purpose. I won.
Alex, you don't win because you know why? This is our first episode back, and they probably want to hear us talk about anime and not stupid dumb bullshit like how your fucking grammar Nazi bullshit has a problem with the use of cap in video games. Like as a returning episode to the podcast, don't you think we should not be spending 20 minutes on non-anime topics?
It's our return to this podcast. Don't you think we should spend it arguing like a married couple, like everyone expects?
No, because if we wanted to do that, we just have a separate podcast where we do that. This is the podcast where we talk about anime.
This is the podcast in which we do that.
Yes, but this is also a podcast where we talk about anime.
Alright, what anime you want to talk about?
I don't know.
What anime you watch? You watch that Star Wars shit like we were gonna?
No, I didn't watch Star Wars shit, but that was...
Did you ever finish that other thing, Wonder Egg Priority?
Yes, I actually did, and it was really fucking nice.
Yeah, it was.
You didn't ask me about that, huh, bitch? You only asked me about one. Cunt. I know me and you also read a good amount of Jujutsu Kaisen, but you apparently don't want to talk about that because you're on fucking personal.
I'm not reading Juju no more, dude.
Yeah, you can go.
Actually, we can make that a pretty good topic for this anime. What, man, let's do that.
Why can't we, man?
Let's talk about why I'm no longer gonna read Juju, and why I think anyone listening to this, all two of you, shouldn't read Juju.
No one's gonna listen to you because it's dumb.
I don't think it is. I think if you thought about it for a minute, you wouldn't think it is.
It doesn't really make sense to me.
Okay, it doesn't make sense to you because honestly, I don't think you're trying to understand it. Okay, So check this out, right? Why do people dislike being spoiled for like plot details or something? Why do people dislike spoilers?
Because it ruins the show for them.
Yeah, because it lessens the enjoyment of whatever narrative arc it is that is being spoiled. Whatever event is being quote unquote spoiled is being spoiled by having it revealed in an unnatural way, in an uncathartic way. So narrative, good narrative, is in some way um, a mix of catharsis and stress, right? You really edge out people, you give them the cliffhangers, and then you give them catharsis, and you let them breathe, right? You let them have the good moment, you let them have the big fight, and get all their energy out. Narratives are the exact same. Different narratives, got different points to them, got different arcs to them, and there's an enjoyment, not just a enjoyment. There is great enjoyment to be had through experiencing an arc as it naturally comes about, especially when written well. Now there are like poorly written narrative arcs and stuff, and we can argue about that separately, mostly. But a good narrative arc is best experienced naturally as it happens, as it occurs. Now, how does this relate to why you shouldn't read Juju? Juju is a good manga, maybe even a great manga. It's pretty damn good, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I think the anime is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
If I had to have you compare them and contrast them and weigh which one was better between season 1 of the anime versus the equivalent chapters of the manga, which would you say was a better experience?
A better experience?
Which is better crafted? Because I have a pretty definitive answer for this. In my opinion, I think it's no competition that the anime is better constructed, better edited, beautiful, and has things the manga could not possibly have. Animation being one example. Animation and how it flows and is used, and the use of space in it, while granted many of its properties by the natural spacing and occurrences and locations from the manga, are above that of the manga. They're not the same as the manga. The use of space in say a 3D space or a 2D space that's simulating a 3D space with animation is much better realized than on a page, especially on a page in which many of the background details are fully omitted many times due to, well, how you have to fit a narrative in a page count. I think it's a pretty definitive the anime is a better overall experience than the manga for the same narrative pieces, right?
Sure.
What?
I said sure.
Okay. There you go. Point A and point B stand as they are, and point A naturally leads to point B.
So literally your argument could be boiled down to the anime is just better than the manga.
Yeah, and that's all that's needed. Yeah.
Never disagree.
The animation is better than the manga, and so you spoil your experience with the better narrative, with the better potential experience by spoiling the narrative for you.
Okay,
by reading.
That's the problem. I think it's the wording that I have the problem with you, where you're like you're spoiling it. It's just like it's a fucking
Yeah, you're spoiling it. You are ruining, or at least you're lessening your potential experience, by experiencing the inferior version first.
I think that depends on the. I think that depends. That's a case by case basis, man.
We already agreed upon that. No, we agreed upon that.
Okay, then I retract that because I didn't know that was what I was agreeing to. I don't agree that like you ruined the
Well,
experience
I
by
didn't
reading
say
the
you
manga.
agree that you ruin your narrative assurance. I got you to agree to points A and B, which stand on their own and that you can't refute anymore. And A plus B necessarily equals C in this case. That if you don't enjoy being spoiled, if you agree that spoilers can exist and that you can spoil a narrative for yourself by experiencing it in a subpar way, then you have already agreed to the end result of my argument.
Oh, okay.
You
I wasn't necessarily.
argue against this.
Okay, I was not necessarily clear. I don't know if I necessarily agree that you fucking what was it that you ruined what you ruined the narrative by getting it spoiled to you in a
That you
subpar.
lessen the enjoyment of a narrative by having it spoiled for you, by having key events or details be granted to you in inferior ways. So, for example, the most common let's go with the most common meme for this, right? The most common meme for this would be like someone told me a spoiler. This is really inferior. This is the a terrible way to get a bit of narrative information. Being told something without being able to read it firsthand from the original perspective, being able to watch it from an edited perspective. There's it's awful. You're cutting out so much detail and so much context. Like it's awful. It's cutting out a lot. To a lesser extent, it's the same thing reading a manga in which the anime is of good quality. I think that an anime of good quality is going to be better than a manga of good quality 9 times out of 10. There are very few things that work better naturally in manga form than in anime form when adapted well. And I mean well as in a 1-to-1 well. Like if it would be a B anime, it's a B or a B manga, it's a B anime. If you have the same quality anime as you do a manga, I think it almost necessarily, at least on the high end, maybe on the low end, you could argue it's better with the least detail possible. But I'd argue on the high end, anything at an above average score benefits from being in a medium with more potential.
I mean, I don't just. I don't know how to. I don't know. I do not know how to tackle this because I don't agree
You
that.
can't.
Well, because I
You
don't.
can disagree with it, given that you agree with the premises.
Well, no, okay. So my problem is I don't disagree. I don't. No, I don't agree with the fact that um, like reading what I guess what you can because I don't necessarily.
Say that you did agree to that. That
Well,
reading the manga.
no, okay, well, no, but okay. For the last time, I wasn't clear on exactly what the fuck I was agreeing on. That I've already established that I was not clear on exactly what you were
Okay,
explaining.
given all this context, would you still agree with that statement?
What?
That the anime is a superior experience than the manga.
Well, not all the time.
Chapter to chapter for the exact equivalent time. Season 1
Not
to
all
the
the
equivalent.
time. Not all the time.
What do you mean all the time? Okay, then I'm going to need an example for how the manga pulls something off better than the anime. Because honest to God, I can't think of one.
Okay, you haven't watched it yet, but like Record of Ragnarok for me personally was one.
I didn't say Record Ragnarok because Record Ragnarok is a really subpar anime. All right, that shit was not adapted very well.
Okay,
and it's a pretty subpar manga too.
I mean, like, yeah, it's not great. I mean, like, it's not the greatest, but I think overall, in terms of when you look at like the actual detail, and everything that looks amazing, and then you look at the anime, and it's just like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, I agree, but we're not comparing like to like there. And I would agree that that anime is worse than that manga. So we would still agree there that the superior form is a different thing. Well, I'm talking about likeness to likeness because honestly, I do, honest to God, think that they're of like form. I think the anime and manga are both very excellently crafted. I think the anime is better crafted though. And I think the anime, as an anime, just has better potential than a manga does.
I just don't agree with the fact that it ruins it because I like okay, like
Okay,
I would
I'm
have,
not saying it completely destroys it.
but okay, because
No. I'm not. I'm saying it lessens the initial enjoyment of experiencing the narrative in the best way possible. I, I'm a weirdo. I know I'm a weirdo. I wish more people were weirdos though, and I like to min max my personal experiences, both positive and negative. But here's the thing: a big part of that for me is I like to enjoy, especially written narratives, stories, the best way possible first. In the vast majority of my life, that's been books because books are the origin of usually a movie, film, or TV adaptation, right?
Mhm.
But in this stage of my life, the primary thing I compare is light novels to manga and manga to anime, or light novels to anime. In which case, I know we've spoken about my tier system for mediums of creation before. That I think things like the written word and music are on like one tier. They're one note, and they can achieve great things. But that something like a mixed medium like film would probably be able to achieve much higher means, much higher achievements, given that it can contain both of those things, the written word as well as the I don't know what should we call it? The written word and music in this case. Um, and not only does it contain those, it has additional things that can also add to the experience. I would argue that these can always add. They can also draw back on the experience, but they can add to it, which gives a higher potential on the ladder. These things are like the performance of that written word, or the vision, the sights, the visuals. Other creators can invent images you did not or maybe could not imagine, and that can be a very positive experience. Um, it's why people like the visual medium so much. In the same way, an anime, it will always be nearly impossible for an anime um, to not outdo its source material, given that its source material is always on a lower tier if they are achieving the same height. If they're achieving the same level of quality, it should be very difficult for something of a higher potential on the ladder to be achieving worse results. With manga, you cut almost nothing from most adaptations, making your anime adaptation. So I would never, I would almost never say that you're losing in the adaptation between manga and anime. You're almost always gaining and just gaining. Um, and I think that's the case with this in particular. I think as good as the manga is, um, parts of it are streamlined and perfected for the anime, and then the anime also adds so many things that just cannot be replicated by a manga. Things like the performances, the voices, the sounds. Oh my god, the score! Beautiful, slick animation. There's so many things that it adds that I don't think they're comparable, given that they're of comparable quality already. I just don't. I don't think you can. I think one is definitively superior to the other because of this. And because of that, I think it's the best way to experience the narrative.
I I think my problem with this mostly boils down to because I don't like I don't disagree with the surface of it. Like obviously like
And what are you disagreeing with the spirit of it? If you're not disagreeing with
I
the
feel
letter of the law, what are you disagreeing with in the spirit of the law?
I okay okay what it feels like to me is that you are like, I don't know if you're doing this, but what it feels like to me is that like it kind of feels like that um it kind of feels like that you're like I don't want to get too I don't want to say it too aggressively because I don't think you're coming off super aggressive, but I feel like it's like you it I know you're not, but I think it feels like you're overall somewhat shitting on um
The manga
not the manga itself, but the idea of um
of
wanting
manga.
no well not manga, but the practice of what like once you watch a good anime, continuing that story through the manga instead of just
Um,
waiting.
so yeah, I think you're actually right. Yeah, I am
So
kind of sharing. I
that I
think
okay, but that I
think
don't.
it's a little bit foolish to experience narratives as odd as a sound. I think there are correct ways to enjoy entertainment. These correct ways are most often the ways they were intended. In this case, I think the intention of the original manga in this case is actually superseded by the intentions of the anime. Given that the anime is heavily involved with the creator, that the creator has co-signed on the changes involved, and that these changes seem to have benefited the narrative experience overall. I would argue that there is necessarily a new priority given to how how the creator themselves want you to experience the story. Otherwise, they wouldn't make these narrative changes, right?
I mean, then if that's the
It's
case,
really easy to see this with something we've talked about before.
I mean,
You remember how we talked about how Demon Slayer does things to show things that in the manga were told kind of out of order. They did like flashbacks to explain main character stuff, and they kind of just do stuff in order a bit better for the anime, and it ends up working out as a better narrative because of it. It's
my
the same thing with this.
my,
Little edits, how you can tell things or show things make the narrative stronger.
but then if that okay, so if that's the case, then why would someone like the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen ever continue with the manga?
I mean, honest to God, for the same reason that most people do a manga adaptation before a TV adaptation for a light novel, there's a good reason in Japan because you're not allowed. Many studios will not make an anime that isn't an adaptation of a manga, specifically because manga and toy sales are part of the whole ecosystem for how you sell an anime. Um, so oftentimes you're forced to put out a narrative. We actually saw this really clearly with Demon Slayer again. That author put out a shit ton of manga in a very small time period, and it's mostly because or I suspect it's mostly because based off of what I've read and you know forums that guesstimate with me, um, that a lot of that is that they knew that they might not get a full adaptation without making that full product. That
Um,
to some extent,
at least in the
their narrative needed to be told in order to be told.
at least in the Demon Slayer case, me and Diro both looked it up. It seemed like the actual creator had some family issues, and it came down to the decision
Uh-huh.
that
And then why didn't they put it on hiatus and come back to it?
it seemed like
That's what most creators do.
in a statement, because in a statement it seemed like it was either the ultimatum of either this goes on hiatus and I don't know when I
Or it
can.
never happens. Yeah.
Hmm? Oh yeah, or it never happens, or I can give you like a subpart thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
I thought it was just because she didn't know when she was coming back to the project.
Yeah. She didn't know when she was coming back to the project, which means that she couldn't get a co-sign off on when she was coming back. So if we wanted the narrative and if we wanted that narrative to be told right eventually through the anime in this case, she needed to put it all out so that the studio could continue going forward, so that she could come back to her narrative and complete it better later. Now, this is an extreme example. I'm not saying something like this happened with Juju.
No.
The creators had to go back and completely re-edit things because they knew they weren't gonna be able to later.
No. I know that the demon. No, I know. I get that. The Demon Slayer one is like an extreme. Like a lot of things went wrong for this to happen.
Yeah, but I am saying that similarly, we can treat it as if that's not too dissimilar to what's happening. We can absolutely take manga have separate deadlines from anime. This is a fact. There are deadlines for when you have to publish your manga.
I know this. Yeah.
They are under extreme pressure to do that, and it helps to relieve the pressure if you want to, say, edit your narrative later, tell things in a bit of a better order, make a little bit better narrative cohesion. To do so in the adaptation you're already working very tightly with, that will be adapting the thing you're putting out on a much stricter schedule.
Okay.
This is a big part of the reason why I think anime in particular, unlike books and American Hollywood shit, where the movie version often ends up inferior because they cut so much of the original intention out. Usually because they don't get to experience much of the intention of the author. They don't show much of the intention of the author. Unlike that, in anime, you almost always have direct lines of communication or direct involvement with the original authors of the materials. Look at Dragon Ball. Look at Dragon Ball Z. Like, that guy redoes entire arcs because he can, because he wasn't around for one adaptation, and he readapts them how he wants to.
Yeah.
That's a great example of this. There's a level of involvement with original creators in anime that doesn't exist with traditional print mediums in the West, which is why anime often come out much more intentional and much more better constructed, better edited, better experienced than their manga adaptations. However, sometimes you run into the exact opposite problem. You run into Full Metal Alchemist, which is facing pressure to put out faster than the manga author is feeling pressure to put out, and the manga author is not in talks with the studio, so they do their own thing and flub it. That also happens, but that's because of a strict uninvolvement.
Yeah.
But in this case, we know that there's heavy involvement between the creator and the studio.
Yeah. Okay, then honestly, I think the biggest I think the biggest reasons why I can't really.
So my question is why. So I think it still kind of bothers you, right? That I'm shitting on buying a manga.
Kind of, yeah, because I think.
So my question is why?
Because I think my thing is if someone. My thing is that.
Also, for the record, I'm not saying you shouldn't read the manga. I'm saying you should experience the anime first.
Okay, but
they're separate works, and it's great to experience the original context behind something, as much as it is the intended. I
might have a better idea on why I disagree. I think it's just the progression in which we appreciate it. I and I think a lot of other people too as well find more enjoyment in reading from subpar to perfection, where you're coming at it where it's better to experience which I can also see it too, because they're it's experiencing the good stuff and then reading what inspired the good stuff. But my thing is that
not just that. It's not just experiencing the good stuff and then experiencing what inspired the good stuff. It's actually experiencing the original authorial intent, and then going back and seeing the rough draft. I actually think of manga in many ways as like the rough drafts for the full production.
Okay, I'm probably just coming at an opposite.
I,
It's because like
I don't think most people read a cinema script before watching a movie. To me, you're arguing to read the script before watching the movie, and it seems a bit silly to me when the intent of the piece is in the film and not in the script alone.
I think I just find more enjoyment of I think I just find more enjoyment in what it could be. And to be fair, I also know that can be extremely bad because that's where stuff like overhyping comes from. Which is why I can kind of see. Huh?
Hype.
What?
Cool with hype.
You cool with hype?
I like hype.
I mean, hype is fine, but sometimes it could also ruin the initial release of something.
Well, I think shitty people ruin good hype.
Yeah,
I don't really think hype is ever the problem.
Actually, yeah. Okay, I can agree. I can agree on that. But like I think that's what it is. Because like if I'm being honest with you, if someone gave me a script to read and I could sit down and read it and I was invested in it, I'd be far more hyped for the movie than I would be just going into the movie.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That might be true. It might get you into it, which is why I'm not against manga, because I'm not against manga readers. Without manga readers, you don't get an adaptation in the first place. I am arguing that as someone who has the privilege of not being a first waver, of not being in Japan when it's produced, and having exclusive access later in the pipeline, when I already know adaptations are on the way or that sales have exploded for a piece, because I don't think there's ever been a manga to come out in like America first or anything.
No.
As someone in that position, it will always be more beneficial for me to go with the adaptation I know is coming or the fuller piece I know is coming than the rough draft.
I also think it's just a thing of
not an argument against like initial backers, essentially, like people who are making the foundation by buying the manga in the first place is like a whole different thing. They don't necessarily gonna have future access to shit. Like it's
all right, fair enough. Okay, I think that one was also what's bothering me. Of just like, well, like, are you just telling people to not read manga in general?
No, I'm not telling people. I'm telling people that if you already know something's good, stop reading ahead. My argument is not for not reading manga; it's for not reading ahead. That's it.
I don't know but at that point, it just seems so pointless to read the manga at that point, because like then there's the investment, and then it feels because then like if you read it and you know that the adaptation's coming and you stop reading, just to go like yes you're experiencing what 9 out of 10 times would be the superior version, but you're also just kind of like backtracking, and it's one of those things where it's like, well, you stopped reading the manga and you went back with the story in the anime, so like now there's no progression.
So are you saying that the anime spoils the manga?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then what are you saying?
I'm just saying it feels like
I'm saying the inverse. So if you're not arguing against what I'm arguing, then what's your argument here? Because to me it sounds like you're saying that watching the anime ruins the experience of reading the manga.
No, I'm not saying watching the anime ruins the experience of manga. I'm saying what you said in particular of stopping and then watching feels like you're just stagnant. It just feels stagnant and it doesn't feel satisfying to do.
How does it feel? Okay, how?
Because while you are experiencing the better product 9 out of 10 times, you would like. You're not reading the manga and you're going back with the anime, and it kind of feels like you haven't made any progression, and now you have to wait like depending on how far that manga is.
Never saying progression was a part of entertainment.
fair, but to some people, progression is entertainment.
What's wrong with stagnation? You have to wait between chapters, anyways. You have to wait between releases. Heck, you have to wait for an English translation 99.9% of the time. You already are stagnant. Your life is stagnant, all right?
Okay, but
all I'm saying is hold on a little bit,
but
and experience it the best way possible.
But when you do that, it feels like it feels like, okay. If I feel like the comparison, and I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 comparison, admittedly, but it feels like it kind of feels like you enter a game and you make this character, but there's like a better version of the character, so you go back, but it feels like you got to do the progress, like everything you did with that character all over again, and it feels like while you got the better thing, it kind of feels tedious just to go back, and like
so then would it be the same thing with the manga and the anime?
Like reading the manga then the anime?
Yeah. Like I don't. So here's the thing. Everything you're saying right now, I don't get how it's not applicable the reverse way.
Because the thing is, you're still like following the manga, but you're still being able to appreciate what the anime can give out. Like you.
Okay, so same thing. It's the same thing with the anime.
But you're stopping a complete progression on one side.
No, you're not.
You literally told people to stop reading the fucking manga.
I'm not saying you should never read a manga. I'm saying you shouldn't read an anime. You should.
But you stop. That's what I mean. You're stopping the reading. Like if you're invested in something.
No, I'm not saying don't ever read the manga.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the claim they're making. That's not the claim they're making. That's not the claim they're making. You said if once the animation comes out, stop reading the manga. I think when you stop reading the manga, it feels like that there is that you're like making only one progression on one side that you already have. Whereas if you
with the manga, so what's wrong with that?
Wait,
you don't really have a problem with that because I don't think
you're still reading, you're still moving forward. You're still reading, you're still moving forward. Like you're still reading and moving forward with the manga, but also going back and looking at what
the anime too. It's just at a different pace. What are you talking about?
No, it's not because with the way you want it, you're completely stopping the progress. You're completely stopping the reading. Okay. Did you or did you not say that you would stop where you are in the manga to watch the anime adaptation?
Yeah.
So by that proxy, you will stop reading the manga until the anime comes up, and God knows how long that's going to take.
Okay.
And like
you would never make this argument for the manga's original release, would you?
No. Exactly. Because the manga's the only thing, though. If there's only one thing for what?
So? Okay, to you, what's the significant difference between only thing and best thing?
So the only thing is that's the only thing you have available to you. But if you take your approach and watching the
So here's the thing. It doesn't sound like you in any way care about spoilers.
I do care about spoilers. But I don't think reading the manga counts as a spoiler.
Hold on. Then you like stagnating so that you can experience something fully.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not stagnating if I'm reading the manga.
No. Let's say it's for a movie with it's not adapting anything. It's just a movie.
Okay.
Would you say that you would rather not have it spoiled before it comes out?
9 out of 10 times, yeah. Sometimes I would.
Oh.
Well, I'm.
You'd rather stagnate instead of getting every leak as they come out. You'd rather stagnate rather than experience it slowly, bit by bit, as it first comes out. Rather than reading the script when it gets leaked, because every script for every movie gets leaked months or years ahead of time these days.
I mean,
you would rather stagnate.
I mean, like it. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. You would.
It. My thing is, I do. Oh my god, because my thing is I don't actively seek them out, but if I get them, they don't necessarily ruin it for me. That's the thing. Like,
so
for example, okay, wait, hold on. For like the example for like, for the most recent thing we both experienced together. I knew what happened for Venom, but I still watched it and I fucking still enjoyed it.
Okay. Would you rather have experienced it without that having been spoiled?
Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with
Man,
you. I
I
don't
think you
know.
need to figure out the answer to that because I don't think we're having an honest conversation until you do. And I'm not saying honest like you're lying to me. I think I'm
No.
saying honest like I don't really think it's fair for you to like make or insist something that you don't have a real answer to why you're insisting.
I agree with that. But that's why this conversation has been so hard for me. That's like why I can
Okay,
admit.
well, for me, the answer is cut and dry. I would always rather experience it without the spoiler. I would always rather experience that reveal. Always. There's never. I could never imagine wanting something spoiled for me. I don't think it's a
You know what?
iffy thing. I think it's a kind of dry thing. I think this is
Okay,
where we're different.
okay, but my problem is with that is that I find spoil I like well technically yeah, like you knowing what's happening in the anime because you read it, like it acts as a spoiler. But my problem with that is like I feel like it's like it's such a negative connotation when you use that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't
It's
like,
negative
huh?
because it is negative.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think it's negative when you're reading stuff like material for it though.
So is it better than experiencing the best version of it? My answer is no. My answer is that it is the same. It's not the same level. It's not to the same degree. It's not to the same extreme amount. It's not the same volume. It is the same effect. Just not the same volume of that effect.
Uh, I don't know.
I
I
don't
honestly
know
God don't
how
know.
you can disagree with that.
Huh?
I don't know how, if you agree that spoilers bad, that you could disagree with that take.
Because okay, my problem with that comes from two different places. One, I've become that type of person where I read the manga and then know the anime, and it makes me hype and I enjoy it. But I can also, I can also admit that like,
So how about I make this easy for you? I'm gonna take another analogy, something that's real and that's happened to me. I have read scripts for games before they came out. I've read the beat for beat. I read the leaked plot for Destiny 1 before it ever came out.
oh, so
I
that's why you predicted everything, you
enjoyed,
stupid bitch.
I enjoyed the experience of Destiny 1 anyways. I enjoyed reading it and being part of a community that was reading a grand narrative before it ever came out. I still, if the plot had not been changed so dramatically, which I got super lucky on, I still would have regretted having those things spoiled for me. Now, the reason I read the script was because it was spoiled to me in an in-person conversation I had with someone else, anyways, and much of the plot was just straight up told to me by a douchebag. So I figured, you know what? The big points are already spoiled. I might as well read it. And then I actually got really lucky, and the plot ended up being completely changed because of that leak. But despite enjoying it at the time, despite seeing the positives of experiencing that narrative ahead of when I should have, I would have had a better time in that narrative. Guarantee I would have had a more enjoyable time in that narrative if the first time I'd experienced those twists and turns and grand reveals meeting the Crow for the first time if that had been in person rather than on paper. Hello?
I'm thinking. I think I'm at a point where I feel like I think I'm at a point where I feel like I am uncomfortable adding objectiveness to this because I can speak for myself.
This is a very subjective
well the
argument.
thing well the thing
There's not a,
huh?
if you want to try making an objective argument, there's no way you can fight me. You have to fight this on subjective grounds. This is an enjoyment thing. This is a subjective conversation.
Okay, this is
don't be like me and use objective terms.
No, okay.
Because I'm weird and that's how I find enjoyment.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. This whole conversation, I thought we were talking on objective terms.
I talk in objective terms because I typically experience enjoyment through what I measure as objectively better means. So in this case, I am clearly making a subjective statement. I enjoy the objective statement better medium. So I'm mixing sub and objective here in a way that shouldn't really be fought on objective terms because objectively I don't think you can disagree with me given the premises I set up. It's kind of why I'm trying to ask around that. I'm trying to ask why you feel ways you feel because subjectively is where you're going to have to fight me on this. Or explain. Don't think of it as fight. Think of it as explain. You're going to need to explain your feelings to me because I don't quite get your feelings. I don't understand them really. You need to bring your feelings to me because right now I'm trying to compare statements on your feelings, which have so far sounded like you were trying to make objective statements that disagree with my assertions, when I would not think that you could reasonably object to my statements.
Okay. If this is
it's also not necessarily reasonable. Many people enjoy things without much reason given to it. Just because I'm a bit anal about needing to understand why I feel things the way I feel doesn't mean that you are or that I expect you to already have all the answers.
Fair enough, but I feel like at least when it comes to the people you at least typically enjoy engaging with, I feel like you at least would want them to be at that level. Which is why I came at it from an objective stance, rather than a subjective. But if we're going from a subjective stance, like
I think you kind of have to come to a subjective stance.
I mean, like okay, overall, just
sound like a douchebag answer.
Okay. Oh, well, that's what I was said. Okay.
Maybe there's like a 5-head objective way you could fight me. I'm just not quite sure what it would be.
No, that is true. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not equipped to do that right now. That would have to be a long conversation off recording.
And I don't expect you to be. So I just kind of want to understand like why you feel. So for me, I think it's kind of I don't like using this word because it's kind of antagonistic but I think it's kind of hypocritical to think this way about manga and then not think about anime.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't quite understand why you would apply your subjective statements of enjoyment to one but not the other.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Elaborate on that.
I'm applying my statements fairly universally, right? That I take a lot of factors in to consideration in how I should experience a narrative, and a big reason why I prefer a good anime adaptation to a good manga is because I think the intentionality and priority should be given to the anime as essentially the actual form of the thing.
Okay.
If you want to make a statement about something that, say, was never meant to have an anime adaptation necessarily, things like the original the original Devilman or Berserk or so many classic anime actually were just fully made before they ever came out and stuff, right? I think you could make huge arguments for why you should maybe read Death Note before watching Death Note. Because they're different works entirely. Things that are that different, things that are as different as a book is from a Hollywood movie, probably deserve a different treatment than things that are so similar as Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga, to Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime. I just don't see much of a difference there, and the differences I do see, for me, lean on the importance of the anime rather than the manga.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can agree. I can actually probably agree with all that. My biggest things were, I think that like I think my biggest thing in terms of this whole conversation is I while like I think I'm just the person that likes spoilers. I think I just have to bite the bullet on that one. I have to die in the hell on that one. I think I'm just someone who.
Well, I think many people like spoilers technically. I just don't actually think many people would agree that a spoiler is better than a non-spoiler. And I'm not sure you would agree with that statement either.
Yes, and also no, but personally, objectively, no.
Right? Oh, I've got it. I think I've narrowed down. What is subjectively weighed heavier in a manga to you than an anime? Because for me, I just realized part of this is I've been framing it as all these things are stacked on the anime side. I clearly weigh the anime's importance more than manga's. So to you, I think probably you're weighing the manga's importance more than the anime's. Why?
I think it's just more. I think it's just more in the overall investment of like the narrative. Because like honestly,
I would 1,000,000% argue that there is no difference in the investment narrative between waiting for anime release and waiting for manga release.
No, but what I'm saying is at least for me, if I look at it right, where it's like, okay, there's the anime that currently has like a season 1, and we're at like not the beginning, but like we've got a good amount of story told to us so far, but it's not going to come out for a while, so I can wait for that, or I can read something.
You can spoil narrative, yeah.
Sure, I guess. I don't like saying. I don't like saying that. But there's no other.
There's no other way I can say
because it honestly makes me feel like a shithead. Where it's like, yeah, so you just want to just spoil it for yourself. You just want to.
Why do you feel like? Why do you feel like shit?
Because it feels like when you say you just want to spoil it for yourself. It feels like that you're actively saying like, yeah, you want to ruin the experience. But to me, like, the experience isn't ruined.
You want to lessen the experience for yourself. Except for I think maybe you're saying that's not true. That's not lessening the experience for yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for what is in the experience of the manga that isn't in the experience of the anime that you're weighing it so much heavier.
I mean, it's literally just the fact that like I get to experience more of it.
But you don't. This is a lie. I'm not going to let you keep saying this now.
Okay, but like, no, but like,
no. Hold on. I don't ever get to experience more of an anime than a manga. You get to experience or more of a manga than an anime. You get to experience what is there quicker. That's it. Not more, quicker.
I mean, fine. Okay, fine. Quicker, more, whatever. Like,
okay,
sure.
It's the same thing with spoilers. You experience the narrative quicker with a spoiler. Unnaturally quicker, right? Less than optimally quicker. At a pace that is suboptimal. That's the entire reason we don't like spoilers. Because it's a suboptimal way of experiencing the narrative.
Okay.
So now you're going to have to tell me why a manga isn't suboptimal compared to an anime.
Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else I could explain it because at this point it's subjective. But all I can come is like, dude, I just like knowing what's happening. That's like literally what it comes down to.
Okay, so I think to you then, so in that case, I think you should be saying what weighs heaviest for you is knowledge, not experience. So I don't think you are. I think the bigger part of the experience for you is knowledge of what happens more than the experience of it happening.
Yeah, I guess.
So I don't. I prefer the experience of it happening. I think I put more weight on the experience of it happening than I would that a thing is happening. Or it's not even that. I prefer quality over speed, and I think you prefer speed over quality.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so where does that leave us? What was the silence?
I don't know, dude. That's like my thing. I don't know where this leads us. I don't know what we were. I don't know what we were trying to accomplish with any of this.
Well, me explaining my I think people should um watch instead of reading. Yeah.
Okay. I overall don't care.
Well, I mean, you do care. We just had a big argument about
like
it.
my point, my thing is, I don't want people like me to feel shitty for being like, oh, so you're watching the suboptimal
You
way,
should
and
feel shitty. Okay. This is something I don't get. Why do you feel shitty?
because it feels like you're like actively judging me on something that I enjoy far more.
What?
That
Okay,
I
hold
find
on.
enjoyment in.
Did I ever say I'm judging you? I didn't say, man.
No, but the
You're
words,
shit. You're
but
Jesus.
no, but the words that you are saying can make somebody feel like shit. Like if you go up to someone,
Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Then I did not mean to belittle your opinion. I
okay,
just
to be
meant
fair,
to.
I don't feel, I don't,
So in this case, I think I technically understand. I just don't feel enjoyment over the same thing as you, and I don't think that's I don't think that's a negative mark on you that we.
now I feel like a bitch.
Well, I mean, well, you did kind of act a little bit like a bitch.
Well, that's like what it can. That's why I didn't want to come down to because I'm like I know what it's gonna lead to. I know I'm not gonna feel good. To be fair, I didn't expect you to apologize. I expected you to double down, which I'm kind of surprised about. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if you'd rather me double down, I can double down for you if you like.
Please don't double down. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to feel judged for reading a manga.
I'm not judging you for it, man.
I know you're not.
I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand it. But damn, I don't fucking judge things I don't understand. Damn, that sounds like a shitty way to live.
I know. Fuck you, anyways. Wow, what a shitty fucking first episode.
It's going pretty well until you felt hella attacked. I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't necessarily feel the attack because at the very least, I know that this is a discussion, and I know that wasn't your intention to attack. It's to more understand and to reason rather than anything. But it's just the thought of someone coming up to me and being like, "Can't even wait for the man."
I mean, I'll be honest. Part of me did kind of hope that there was like going to be a little bit more fight there, that there's going to be an argument in it, but there wasn't.
If I'm being completely honest, it's just really late and I'm trying not to yell. I would probably be far more heated if this was like the morning or the afternoon. But it's like 11:30 at night and I have neighbors. So I don't want to wake them up with my bitchy screams.
You like a double bitch.
I'm sorry that I have respect for the people that I'm living with, and I'm living with
12. Yeah, I'm sorry you do too. Sounds like a bitch attitude.
Alex, if I live with people, I don't want them to hear me screaming at 11:30 at night.
Listen, me and you, I make my people my bitch, and you are your people's bitch.
This is why people hate living with you, because you make these noises. Also, my house is not as big as yours, so I'm not on the other side of the house where I can actually make noise.
I mean, to be fair, sound carries through our hallway in a way that doesn't carry between the floors of your house.
Fair enough, but you also have the ability to block off those.
No.
You can close the door in your hallway has a door.
I can close my door and it don't block much sound.
You can close your door and you can close the hallway door.
Nope, not allowed to close the hallway door.
Wait, why are you not close to? Okay, this is getting personal.
Hey, listen, we're family shit, all right?
No, that's what I said. Like, okay, this is getting personal. This might have.
You know my family, all right?
I know. I get it, but like why? I get it, but why? I know why, but why? I know why, but why?
I know why, but why?
All right, so just to recap, Alex thinks that I'm the fucking filthy piece of shit who reads manga, who doesn't deserve to live, apparently.
Well, I think you're a filthy piece of shit who reads the wrong manga. You know what's funny? I was hoping this would come up. I was really hoping it would come up eventually. But you know that there are some things I actually think are just fine to experience in manga form versus anime form.
Yeah, I know that this is the case. I know
genre.
I know this.
I don't think shonen as a genre works well as a manga versus an anime.
Look,
but things like romance, I think could work just as well in manga as anime.
Oh, now look at it. Now he was fucking steel manning me. Fuck you.
In fact, I think sometimes they work better because, kind of like Hollywood, those differences come out more. Stuff like in Horimiya, that anime is heads and tails better than the manga. It's beautiful. It's got a score that is just so fucking good. And overall, its quality is just better than that of the manga. But it also makes some pretty big changes to the characters and the story and how it's told and the pace and how much of the story is told compared to the manga.
Oh my!
So I think there's a much bigger argument to be made for stuff like that.
I just realized what your actual argument is, and now I.
Wait.
I feel like an ass.
Wait. What do you think it is? Hold on.
Because the initial thing I always thought was you should always experience the anime and then the manga. But now I'm realizing that's not the case. Now I'm realizing you're saying that, you should experience the best version of whatever medium you're consuming. Which that could be both anime and... I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
But you've been disagreeing with that.
No, I've been disagreeing with you on the point of consuming anime over like manga.
No, not all anime. Specifically,
that's the
claim
I thought you were making. This conversation.
Well, to be fair, I said all manga of equal quality, sharing intent. Okay. I talked about quality and intent in very big ways.
Okay,
the authorial intent behind a piece is very important. Like, I don't think, based on how the anime is constructed, that the anime for Horimiya has anything to do with the original creator. Or if it does, he's made a completely new narrative. Or she's made a completely new narrative.
Oh, okay.
But with Juju, it's not the same. It's the exact same narrative, but there are, like, better... There are improvements upon one version in which they simply edited a bit. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
It's
okay.
not the same with other adaptations.
Okay. Then for fucking Juju, I just wanted to know what happened. That's literally what that all comes down to.
I mean, so your argument still stands, and you're still valuing speed of consumption over
just for Juju.
the intention of consumption.
I mean, just for Juju. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah.
No, not just for Juju. You guys also be getting on me for Demon Slayer. You guys also be getting on me for. Oh no, it's not just Juju.
But in your own context, you probably should because I have a very strong feeling that at some point it is going to differ. It can't. It will.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I bet you haven't read. I bet you haven't read Full Metal Alchemist.
I have.
You know what? I'm pretty sure you've seen Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I've read Full Metal Alchemist.
You read Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
Did you read it before or after watching the anime?
Wait. That. But hold on. Before either of the anime or before one particular anime?
Either.
Okay. Yes, but I feel like that's kind of unfair because I was a kid when I was reading the manga. Like I was in like.
You read the manga before you watched Full Metal Alchemist.
Brotherhood, not Alchemist, not like original Alchemist.
No, original Alchemist.
No, but I was a fucking.
Know this? Did you read it before you knew they were gonna be different?
What? Wait, what?
Did you read the manga? Did you start reading the manga before you knew that there would be a difference between it and Full Metal Alchemist?
No, I was a kid and I saw my school had it, so I was like, "Oh, cool! I want to read it." But I was a kid. That's like that had a whole different thought process at that point.
I don't thinking like I mean, I didn't.
Okay, that's fine. You don't. I did.
Did you?
Yes.
You don't find enjoyment the same way now that you did then?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'm even weird and I thought, fuck.
Well, no, I don't think it's weird to have enjoyment still as a kid. It's just I had a lot.
No. In a completely different way, though.
I went through a lot of different types of personality things from middle school and high school, just so that it makes it like there was a lot of shit. I would have to go into personal emotional shit in order for shit to actually for me to properly explain why that happened. But yeah. Yeah. So where do we go from here?
I don't really know because honestly, I'm not entirely sure where we are here.
I don't know either because now I'm at the point of.
Okay. I'm confused. So you don't disagree with me that you should experience the narrative in the best way possible.
Yeah.
But you do disagree that you should if it requires waiting at all.
But that's just for me, because I'm impatient as fuck.
But you do.
I mean, like, okay.
I'm impatient too. I don't think anyone isn't impatient. I mean, we live in the internet age. Everyone is bred to be impatient. I don't really think you're that much more impatient than I am.
Wait, are you saying? Okay, so wait, are you saying? Are you making the claim that you should experience it best first? Or you should experience it best at all. Okay,
you should experience our authorial intent first.
Man, I really don't want to say I really don't want to say that I don't care how people consume it or how I consume it, but also like I also kind of do. I don't want to say that because it's super easy. Like, yeah, man, you know what? Whatever comes to me first, like I'll do. That's the only way I could really explain it. Like, yes,
but okay. How about this? All else being equal, would you recommend someone watch the manga before reading, or read the manga before watching the anime?
I mean, if it's 1-to-1,
Let's say the whole series in the same quality was out in one versus the other. Like they're both out. Right now.
Oh, then just watch the anime.
Okay, there we go. See, we don't really disagree after all. There we go. I mean, you're still a bit of a weird fuck, and you still don't like optimizing your experience, and you're willing to settle with a subpar experience overall, but that's fine. Because you're getting some enjoyment that I'm not getting out of doing that.
Yes. I also find more enjoyment in, well, recently, just consuming multiple forms of content and just comparing them to see what is better.
I mean, I've always argued that you should consume all forms of content. I mean, yeah. What? Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying that. That's been more of a recent thing for me, that is all. I was reading manga. Okay, I wasn't really like that.
Why do you do this and shit? Which kind of feel?
No, I didn't. Dude, remember I fucking hated I hated books for the longest time. Like, unironically, I was like, bro, fuck books.
I just forget y'all aren't.
Huh?
I just forget y'all aren't book nerds like me.
I mean, like, I'm more of one. I'm more willing to read one. I'm just not willing to have a friend constantly follow me into multiple places to read a book that I have zero interest in, rather than me naturally trying to find a book that I actually find interesting.
You should get some fucking interest in it, huh?
I do.
Maybe you should read my book.
I do. I know. This is what I'm talking about. I don't want to read the book.
Just read it. It's my favorite book.
It's your favorite book, but I don't care for it. I love the fact that you have a favorite book. I love the fact that you're passionate about your book. I am happy about it.
Just read my anime as fuck book that I also recommend to you.
My anime is fuck book? What the fuck is that?
Naked honey badger girl falls out of the fucking sky one.
Wait, which one? Wait, what?
Naked honey badger girl falls out of the sky.
Wait, what is this? Wait, I don't remember this.
I'm badgered.
What?
I know I brought it up before. I know I told you to read it. I may not have had it on me at the time, but I know I told you to read it.
Wait, I actually don't know what this is. Wait, I actually don't know what this is.
Boy, you're hurting my soul right now.
All
right, so it's the most animated stuff. Like, I picked this up off the shelf as a joke, read the description, and fell in love because it was the most anime fucking description I'd ever read for a book. It's literally a girl. Like, this is what the back says. In fact, you know what? Should I try finding it so I can read it?
No, this is not the podcast to do that thing. You want to do that, you do that on your own time.
All right, fine. Anyway, but it literally reads as like, this girl falls out of the sky. It describes how hot she is. It describes that a big, burly main character boy walks in, a naked woman falls from the sky. That she takes his gun, dips out of this of his window, leaves his life, and goes on a fucking romp-roaring adventure. In this, there are I almost said raccoon shifting. There are badger shifting girls with rocket launchers. There are helicopters. There's all sorts of shit. It's wild. It's an anime fucking thing.
It's a book? I don't believe this is a book.
It's a book.
I don't believe this is a book.
It's a book.
It's not a book.
It's a book.
This is not a book.
It's a book.
It's not a book.
I get you this book.
I don't think this is.
I bring you this book. I'm gonna bring you this book.
I don't think this is a book. I think this is a manga.
This is a book. Hot and Badgered by Shelley Lawrenston.
Why does that sound like a furry porn? Is this furry porn? Are you giving me furry porn?
It's not furry porn. They are humans. They shift into animals, and they are not anthropomorphized.
I don't know. Hot and Badgered sounds
not furry shit. It's not furry shit. It's shifter shit. It's Animorphs. You remember Animorphs? This is anime Animorphs.
Oh, dude.
This is hot girl anime Animorphs.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I never really read Animorphs just because I always thought the cover looked terrible.
The covers did look terrible, honestly. But they're fun. Honestly, you want to know a secret?
What?
I never read Animorphs. I read the backs of each of them and then pretended to all my friends that I'd read them. And somehow I held full conversations for years about these books. I basically told what I do about anime these days, like what I do with what was it, Reading Kenshin or something.
Yeah.
I basically just called that with all these books.
What the fuck?
I watched their OPs and then predicted everything else in them, and it was great.
What the fuck, dude? What's wrong with you?
I've been doing it for my whole life. What do you expect?
I don't know. I guess. Alright.
Listen, something you know about me, I have not changed since I was a little lad.
Yeah, some could say that's for better.
The only time I've changed significantly was that one time that one bad thing happened and everything fell apart for me for a while.
Oh, you mean that one? You want that one bad thing that lasted for like months?
Yeah, that is the only thing in my life that has ever changed how I acted in any way.
Hold on, just to make sure I can 100% confirm that's true. Are we talking about a high school thing or the TV corner thing?
What the fuck? Glenn.
Okay.
The Glenn thing.
Okay. You'll off recording. I'll tell you what I said. TV corner thing.
TV corner thing.
Yeah. It's not.
Hold on.
It's not. No, it's not important. No, it's not. We're not describing this on recording. This is not.
Wait. Is there like a bad reason? Why not?
It's a very, very bad reason. But you were also not in the right mental state.
Wait. I think I'm getting a sense for it. Fuck. I did something to a TV, didn't I?
Okay. We'll just drop it. Just drop it. Well, I'll tell you once we're done. We're gonna wrap. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up anyways.
On this.
Alex, stop. We're wrapping up anyways.
All right. Wait. Before we wrap up, what are we doing next time?
Oh, fucking.
We're gonna do the Star Wars Vision stuff.
No.
Why no?
Because I don't want to.
Why not? It's the holidays, man. And it was really good. There was only one bad one.
Okay. All right. We'll do the Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna renew my fucking Disney Plus.
What did you say?
I gotta renew my Disney Plus. God damn it.
Or you can just log into my account, dude.
I gotta renew my Disney Plus. I gotta renew my Disney Plus. No, okay, look. You just should assume forever that I don't have your login. You should 100%.
Okay, I'll give you my login info. How about that?
No, I'm fine. I'll just renew a login. Just renew it. I want my own queue. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, watching. This is not.
Did you watch and listen? I'm sorry if you did. It sounds like I bummed people out this episode. Damn.
I'm about to say it's like, wow, this is. See, I thought we would just have a casual like, hey, what'd you watch? I wasn't expecting us to get a fucking whole guide.
You know what's funny? We never even got into what we've watched or read.
You know what? Too bad. People aren't gonna know now. Because I need to go to bed.
Well, I mean, we're gonna open up with just like a quick list next time, right?
Nope.
What do you mean, nope?
Nope. You did nope. I wanted this episode to get that out of the way.
I'm gonna tell them what I've been reading next time. I'm still reading most of it, so I mean,
I'll just mute you. I'm the one that does the recordings, anyways.
Right now, I guess I'm the one doing the recording, technically.
But I'm recording as well.
Well, we'll see if your recording keeps. Your recordings don't necessarily have the best track record, my dude.
This is not wrong, but you also got to remember that I've upgraded since then. So you know what, I'm getting there. Since I've gotten my desktop, things have been fine.
Update now.
Okay, but thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Guaranteed. We are being consistent. You're definitely gonna get.
Don't jinx it like that. What the fuck are you
definitely getting an episode.
Stop.
You're definitely getting an episode. You get.
Don't do it.
You're bad.
Don't do it, please. Don't jinx us like this, man.
That's a Christmas present to all y'all.
Why you jinx us like this?
Hell yeah. Consistency.
What I do to you?
We're back being consistent.
Do a podcast.
At least one episode a week. Every Wednesday coming out.
Why you like this?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Coming out every Monday. Yeah. Monday every episode. Yeah. Hell yeah. Friday every episode. Yeah. I wasn't even trying to. It just kind of happened. I didn't even think about Rick and Morty. That's just literally how Cadence came out. But yeah, uploads every Wednesday. Uploads every Wednesday. That's how it's gonna be. Oh yeah, we have a YouTube channel. I should probably
Oh wait, we do. Wait, what the fuck animation?
Okay, I gave you the login for that. I told you, hey Alex, I made a YouTube channel.
I forget shit.
You want to get on me? And you want to get on me for forgetting logins? The fuck?
I didn't forget the login. I forgot it existed. Duh.
I don't know.
I don't forget logins. I forget existence.
That's debatably worse.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. But yeah, uploads every Wednesday. So watch out for those on our channel and Spotify. But yeah.
God, liar. You're a mean person for lying to them.
I am not a mean person. I am an optimist, and everyone else should be too. It makes life better.
Optimist, liar, same difference, I guess.
No. Optimist, truther. That's what.
Oh, don't you say truther? Don't do it. Don't do it. The anime community can't handle truthers.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, don't do it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Don't do it. You invoke them.
Wait, hold on. Am I missing something? Wait, was I out of the loop or something?
The truthers are coming.
Wait, about what? Am I out of the loop for something? Did I miss something?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying words.
Okay. Okay. See you guys later. We're done. We're done. Bye. See you guys later.
Bye.